Hi, welcome to today's video diary for Finding My Way with Pi, Purpose, Intention, and Emotion. I am Pi, and today I want to talk about hurt, specifically in a relationship. I'm going to speak in generalities. I do have a situation going on with someone who I have a close relationship with that is kind of the catalyst for examining this emotion and these thoughts. But let's just say you have a close relationship with someone, be it, whoever you have a close relationship with, or you wish you had a closer relationship with this person. What happens when you don't see things the same way, or you come to a situation where there's a difference of opinion or a difference in like what each person wants to do? And then how do you handle that situation together? And what can happen when, maybe we don't handle it the best way, because we're human and we will make mistakes like this in a relationship. But what happens is there's hurt. Hurt in that I honestly believe both sides feel like they're not being heard or seen or honored. And for me, what I'm asking myself the question of at the end of the day is, what's at stake? And like for me individually, for the other person, it seems like unfair to weigh them against each other, to weigh those things against each other, or to pit it against each other, or to frame it like right or wrong, because we each feel the way we feel, and there's reasons behind it. Are we brave enough to really understand the reasons behind those feelings in a given situation? Why we feel so strongly one way? Is it really needed? Or is it a pressure external to you that's being put on you? Do you really need to do it? I mean, to really just reflect on it and think about it. And then the other aspect is, why does it hurt the way the other person is responding to it, in whatever manner that may be? Whether they're not talking, or they're not engaging, or their behavior towards you has changed because there's a difference in view or opinion, or what is, wanting to have the decision that needs to be made, what each wants to happen. How we behave towards each other matters. And that's where I feel like microaggressions can start to happen in a relationship too. And what I mean by that is like, maybe you used to say good morning, or have like little rituals that you would do in your relationship, whether it was like messaging each other a particular way that you respond to each other as you're going about your day or something like that. And then in the face of a disagreement, those things go away, or they stop either by one or both parties, and it starts to feel hurtful. Like, wait, is this cause to withdraw that, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of it. Is it cause to affection? That's the word. Is it cause to withdraw your affection where it was there before? It's confusing to go through these situations in a relationship, and they're not all the same. And sometimes they're not healthy. But sometimes when a relationship is healthy, that's also confusing. So what do you do? I don't have all of those answers, but here I am reflecting on the situation for myself. And so here's what I did. I actually, when I feel emotionally uncomfortable or unsettled or something's on my mind or I'm anxious about it, I write poetry, and that helps me accept how I'm feeling and express how I'm feeling. And I do think that that's the first step. We need to get some time to reflect on why we're feeling the way we're feeling and really dig deep. Why does it hurt is the question that needs to be answered, because if there is a boundary that is being crossed, you should be clear on that yourself. And then when you do talk, seek first to listen and understand. We all want to be seen and known. And sometimes if there's a stalemate or something like that, the way to get that done is to offer it first. And just try. Because it doesn't mean either person is bad that this is happening. It's just this is human and it's relationships. And then I think it does need to be talking it out together. In my experience, that's the most important thing. With the, some maybe ground rules, like we're truly trying to understand, can we be calm enough through this whole conversation so that we can get to a point of understanding about each other? Not that we will agree, just listen to understand, and then maybe take a break from it and come back to it if you can, and let it take as long as it takes. Because certainly if it's a healthy relationship, definitely if it's a meaningful relationship to you, it's worth the effort to put into it. Relationships aren't just easy and effortless. They take a lot of care and nurturing and kindness and compassion and love and understanding and patience. So I think a reminder to myself and, maybe even out loud with the other person is okay. And helping to refocus on what's most important. If this is a temporary situation and disagreement, and we can figure this out also. All right. I know it's kind of vague, ish, that I didn't tell the story of this particular scenario, but I didn't want to tell the story of this scenario because I don't feel like I have the other person's permission to do that. But, staying true to the Finding My Way with Pi video diaries, and the whole purpose and point of this experiment in self-learning, self-discovery, and self-development is to process my own, because truly that's all I can know until I learn from others what theirs is. I can only know myself. So it helps me to kind of recenter and reground on what's important to me as I navigate the situation. And ultimately, at the end of the day, this other person is incredibly important to me. And of course, I will take the time to continue to nurture this relationship. And sometimes that requires, a different, more considerate and thoughtful effort than others, just depending on the situation and what comes up. So that's what I am examining today. Thanks for being with me on this journey. I'm so glad that you're here, and I hope it helps you too. I will see you tomorrow.